So welcome to Restorative Yoga and Yoga Nidra. And I just suddenly remembered I wanted to, this is an interesting quote from Rilke. You know, Rilke's always there, a reliable person to quote from, is endless. And this is really interesting. The purpose of life is to be defeated by greater and greater things, which I think is beautiful, you know, that the more we kind of let ourselves come up to our edges, our resistance, and we kind of be defeated by them, then it encourages us to grow. So this is all about growth and expansion. So with that, we have the bell. The welcoming sound of the bell. And we're going to start today seated, somewhere in the middle. I'll move this. Closer. Let's just find our seat. And we'll just find our seat by lengthening the spine to begin. So we interlink the fingers and stretch up. So we're sitting cross-legged. If you find this, you know, your back's all like this, if you're sitting cross-legged, just sit on a cushion. Don't strain or struggle. Pushing up through the hands or through the arms into the hands. We're trying to keep this length through the arm. So if your shoulder's up round here, we don't want that. We want the shoulder to be down. So we get this nice opening here in the arm, and everything's working here in the shoulder. It's nice and open, engaged, but not kind of tight. Because we end up just kind of getting very, and we probably might even over pull this shoulder here. So better have them pull down, but extend through the elbow. It's a small difference, but it feels completely different. And if you're not sure, then just try both and see which feels better. And then you see I've got a nice long neck here. Chin is slightly tucked in, back of the neck is long. I feel like I'm growing from the back of the head and neck, but I'm lifting from the center here, from the crown. Feel your crown getting taller and taller, lovely golden crown reaching up into the universe. And feel the roots, the tail, the roots going down into the earth. So you feel a sense of connection. And you're breathing in through the nostrils. And let's breathe out through the mouth to begin. Just let the day go. Little sigh. Let's have a little bit of a extension. So rather than stretch, let's call it an extension. So breathing in, we stretch up, and then breathing out, we lean over to the left. But actually what we're really doing is extending through the right. You see how we're extending through this side? So we're extending through this side, but keeping the sitting bones down, particularly the right sitting bones. We're not letting ourselves, you know, lean right over. It's more like extending through that right side. Then use the inhale to lift up. And the exhale, we're leaning over to the right, but we're extending through this left. Really extending, feeling the left side getting longer into the ribs, keeping the head level, so we're not letting it hang forwards or letting the neck collapse. Use the inhale to come up, and the exhale through the nostrils, lower the arms down to the sides. So we just feel a little bit longer and taller. Let's roll the shoulders back. You might be feeling a little bit kind of stiff there. Usually by the end of the day, shoulders can be a little bit stiff. Sometimes we right up by the ears, don't even realize. So we're just rolling them out. Yeah, just using the shoulders. Let me roll the shoulders forwards. Just enjoy that feeling you're getting into the shoulder and the neck. You can even feel it into the back and the front of the chest. Good. Just let the hands settle on the knees. We're going to chant the mantra Om 3 times. Get that higher vibration. Let's break up all the debris here. Close the eyes. Breathe in through the nostrils. Really let your sound out, okay? Open your mouth wide, release your jaw. And one more, breathing in deeply, let it all out. Just notice how you feel now. It's amazing what some mantra can do. The mind protector, the mantra. We're just going to roll the hands around the knees, just softening everything. I'm getting into softer, more slower, more self-compassion zone now. Okay, then we're going to take the fingers to the chest area. So we're thinking about compassion. Where is it centered? It's really centered in the heart. And as I've been saying a lot recently, you know, if you're feeling tired, feeling kind of de-energized, feeling a little bit kind of grumpy, winter blues, whatever it is, you know, connecting to the heart, doing some metta practice, you know, loving kindness, then that's going to release a lot of energy for you. So try that. So we're just going to wake up the heart space now with the fingers there. Okay. And then we're going to take those fingers and just kind of gearily open up. This head gets ever so busy. So we're just breaking up all the kind of dense, sort of stiff, solid kind of stuff that's kind of just gathered. You know how things do that? They kind of accumulate into this sort of chunks of heaviness. We're just going to break it up. Imagine you're breaking up all this kind of heavy, cloggy stuff, and as you just stimulate it, it's just becoming very sparkly and bright, and you're just feeling all that abundant energy. And then let's just come into the cheeks as well. Jaw, typical area of tension. So just get those cheeks. You know where to do it because you'll feel where the tension is. So just kind of, you know, really get into sort of massaging your own jaw, even right up by where the jaw meets the ear. You know, even down to the chin, onto the cheeks. Lots of tension can be gathered there. And then we're just going to take the ears, just pull on the ears. We start with the top, as if you're trying to, you know, uncurl. You know, it curls inwards. We're just going to try and uncurl the ear nice and slowly, and just, you know, squeezing the amount that you feel feels good. And just do it a couple of times. And don't forget to breathe. You don't need to hold the breath. You can just let it move. Yeah, just pulling on those lobes at the bottom. It feels really good. Okay. Breathing in, lift the shoulders up. Out through the mouth. Good. And again, breathing in, squeeze the shoulders right up by the ears. And out through the mouth. Let's do one more time. Breathing in, squeeze up by the ears, hold the breath in to the nostrils. And release out through the mouth. Good. So I'm going to do these, just remembering these energy sweeps. So good for just repatterning the energy. So take the right hand onto the left shoulder, and we're going to sweep across the body to the right hip. We do 3 of those each side. Nice and slow and mindful. You can watch, you know, the hand moving with your eyes, and it just keeps you engaged with what you're doing. And then the left hand on the right shoulder. It's really important to think about where you put your attention, where you put your visual attention particularly, because it's very dominant, the visual. So if it gets all a bit too much, just close your eyes. Luckily, we can do that. Not while you're driving or doing anything like that, but just taking your eyes, well, at least taking your eyes away from the screen, closing your eyes, taking a moment to, you know, come into yourself. So let's come into some twists now. So right hand on the left knee, take the left hand behind you, twisting, so good for the body. Breathing in, facing forward to begin. Don't get too eager to twist. We're going to twist from the bottom. Shoulders down, neck long, head on top of the body. So we start with the belly, the left side, the belly's coming around to the left, looking forward still, breathing out. Inhale, lift up, feel the crown growing tall, and then the ribs and the chest and the shoulder, and finally the head come around to your left, keeping that head on top of the body. Don't let the head leave that movement. It can sometimes do that. Really think about keeping that length from the base, from the root to the very top of your crown, the center of your top of your head. Yeah, and make sure you're also, the arm that's behind you, make sure it's close to your body. So get contact between the inside of the forearm and your back, so that you feel that uprightness. You almost got support. Well, you have got support. It's like, you know, creating a little wall with your arm. Dropping the shoulders all the time, lengthening the back of the neck, all the time breathing deeply. Making the breath really audible. Breathing out one more time to twist a little deeper. Inhale one more time and untwist to the front. Have a little wriggle, see how that feels, just enjoy. Right hand comes behind, close to the body there. I kind of got just on my fingers there to start with, and as I turn, I find it easier to flatten that hand. It's up to you. Left hand on the right knee, lifting, lift from the sternum, lift the heart. Exhaling, bringing the belly around to the right. Inhale, lengthen, lift from the crown, lift from the sternum, and then the ribs and the chest and the shoulder, and finally the head Turns to look right behind you. Keep dropping the shoulders, lengthening the back of the neck, chin slightly tucked in, holding firmly onto that right knee. Breathing in, lifting the chest, lifting the crown, dropping the shoulders. Exhaling, twisting a little deeper, looking right around with your eyes. The nose is wanting to go right behind you. We're not pushing or forcing. Don't want to cause yourself pain. Inhale one more time and untwist to the front. And have a little wriggle again. Feel that lovely, more spacious body. Good. Let's extend the legs out now. Just have a little extension. If you find it difficult to sit up when your legs are extended, then sit on a cushion or a block. Toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Okay. So now we're going to do these little circles. So you can have your hands on your knees, or you can have your hands in front. So you're like stirring a big porridge pot or a cauldron. This is your cauldron here. Let's have a cauldron today. Feels good. So you can have these arms here, breathing in. If you're having the arms stretched out, make sure you're not leaning forwards, you know, like this. You want to have the shoulders back and the chest lifted. So really lengthen the front of the body. Inhale, exhaling, coming forwards. Inhaling, coming around to the right and back, round to the left, forward, breathing out. If that feels too strong, put your hands on your knees and do the same thing. Breathing out as you lean forward, breathing in as you lean back. This is, I mean, if you use this one, you know, with the interlinking the fingers and extending the arms out, really keep this space here in front of the chest from shoulder to shoulder. And you can also get a much bigger circle. You have to really think about keeping this abdominal strong as well, so it supports the back, because the back is moving. And we're just kind of getting particularly the lower back really warmed up, giving it some attention. Lower back can get a bit achy in the winter particularly. Good, so breathing out and then coming back to the center. Now I'm going to go the other way, and we're going to do this humming sound, the humming breath. So breathing in. And on the out breath, doing the humming. Around to the left this time and back. While you're stirring your big pot of gruel or a witch's cauldron, whatever you like. Breathing out. When you come to the end of your hum, breathe in again and just start again. When you next come to center, just take a moment there. And then we're just going to bring the knees up together and hug the knees. Feels good. Hug the knees, let the face just fall. And we're just going to release the back of the neck there, let the head fall to the knees. Breathe in through the nostrils and have a little sigh out through the mouth. Let it go. Really relax the back of the neck, the shoulders, soften. Let the face fall onto the knees. Sighing out from the mouth. Good. And then we're going to come into this little egg, the cosmic egg. Put the hands around the front of the knees, lift the chest, drop the shoulders back and down, come onto the toes. And if you want to, you can take the toes off the ground. So we're just balancing on the sitting bones there. We're not sitting back onto the sacrum, sitting forwards. So it requires you to really use a bit of abdominal strength, but it's not excessive. You know, we're just kind of finding that balance point. And by holding onto these knees here, I've got my elbows bent and lifting my chest up. It just keeps a kind of comfortable tension. And you can always put the feet on the floor if you find it's too much. And then release. Good. Stretch the legs out in front, bounce the knees up and down a little bit just to loosen them up. And we're going to come into a seated forward bend. So bring the legs together, toes going towards the ceiling. Help yourself a little bit by taking the fleshy part back a little bit, just so you've got a bit more, you're a bit more seated, a bit more upright. You can always sit on a cushion as well here. This is all about ease and enjoyment and being with your breath. Breathing in, extend the arms up. And as you exhale, bring the chest forward. So see if you can find the lightness in this, because it can get very intense and pushy. So step back from that or pull back from that. Breathe instead. Breathe in. And then breathe out. See if you can bring your attention to finding that resistance, you know, and just being with that. Knowing that, you know, we have these limitations, and then we can kind of move through them, but we have to meet them. We have to acknowledge them. We have to know where we are, you know, locating where we are and accepting where we are, then we can move forward. You know, we don't want to push through and hurt ourselves or miss out on the whole journey, because this is a journey from here, or you know, to coming down to these legs. It's a journey. Close your eyes, breathe, ease into the posture, find that ease and release of the out breath. So the longer you make that out breath, the more ease you'll find. Good. And then breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down, bring the hands behind you, fingers pointing forwards. I'm just going to lift the chest and look up to the ceiling. So we're really lengthening the front of the body here. And breathing, and just enjoying that openness across the front of the chest, thinking about the heart space, and then breathing out, and then back up. I'll lay our body down now. Stretch towards the toes, a little bit of effort before we lie down. And you know, you don't have to do this. You can just lie down if you want to. But the beauty is, if you make this bit of effort before, then when you do lie down, it's going to feel so much nicer, and you're going to relax that little bit more deeply immediately. So keep breathing in and out as you lower yourself down, strong belly. Yeah. And let yourself just relax once you're there. Just flop. Let the feet flop out to the side. Let the arms flop out to the sides. Close the eyes for a second. Just feel your body on the ground. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Okay, so we're going to place the hands either side of the body now, palms down. We'll just do this very simple little sequence. So as you inhale, you lift the arms up through space. They're extended, the arms, but they're not rigid, you know, they're extended. And the arms come right up to the ground above the head. And then you exhale and the arms come forward. So we're going to add something else in, which is just to get you into just moving the body and breathing. So now it's breathing in, the arms come up and they stay there. So leave the arms above the head. That's inhaling. Exhaling, press the back into the floor, draw the knees up. Inhale, extend the backs of the legs, push the heels to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the knees into the body. Inhale, extend the legs away. Exhale, bring the arms back through space. If it's a bit slow, you know, for your breath, because this is about the breath, then you can speed it up, but try and keep the movement steady, a steady pace, if you like. Exhale, bring the knees up. Inhale, extend the backs of the legs. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, extend the legs away. Exhale, draw the arms forward. So we're just really communing with our body and breath and trying to coordinate the two, trying to connect. The breath is actually in charge here. Breathing in, breathing out, draw the knees in. Breathing in, extend the backs of the legs. Breathing out, draw the knees in. Breathing in, extend the legs away. Exhaling, the arms are coming forwards. So we're following the breath. We're trying to keep it smooth and steady. We're trying to slow and lengthen the breath. It's in breath, in breath, in breath, slow and steady. Exhale, draw the knees up. Inhale, extend the backs of the legs, push those heels up, draw the toes towards you. Exhale, draw the knees in, give them a little squeeze into the body. Inhale, extend the legs away. Exhale, arms coming forwards. Let's do one more of these. I find these very calming, you know, by being with the breath, moving and breathing and coordinating the two. Inhale, exhale, draw the knees up. Very steadying for the mind, you know, gives the mind a job to do. Exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale, extend the legs away. You can slide the feet on the ground or you can extend them without that. It's up to you. Exhaling, drawing the arms forwards. Good. Inhale again and exhale, draw the knees up one more time. And then this time you can hug the knees. And this is going to feel nice for the back. However the back feels, you know, this is always going to feel really good. Just freeing it up just by using, you know, the support of the floor, a bit of movement. You might just going to roll around, find the little bits that need a little bit of attention. Breathing all the time in and out through the nostrils. Okay, so we're going to now come into a twist. So extend the left leg away, a bit of a stronger twist here, and holding that right knee in. Right hand on the front of the right knee here, left hand lower down on the ankle maybe, or even on the foot. And we're just going to roll that leg back and forth, just to ease out the hip. We're just going to kind of just roll it around. And if you find it, actually I want to do a bit of a circle. So this is a bit more freestyle. And in a way it's more explorative. So it's like, what does this do here? So just find the range of movement in the hip by holding, and you can always change the position of the hands on this leg as long as it's supporting, as long as you're supporting all the time, staying involved with your body. You may even want to take that out to the side, just kind of rock, but it's really no straight lines. We're just kind of rolling that leg around, trying to explore and free up the energy in the hip. Good. And then we're going to extend that right leg up, push the heel to the ceiling. If that feels too much, then just put the left foot on the floor. That's the volume control. So take hold behind the right thigh, push the right heel to the ceiling. Some of you who may have, developed more flexibility, you can take hold behind the calf, but it's not necessary unless you find that really useful for you, So lots of different levels. Good. And breathe. This is where we breathe, and we're not pulling the leg towards us. We're just letting it kind of gradually relax down and just softening backs of the legs. Then hug the knee again, squeeze it in. Left hand on the right knee, so it's crossing over the body. Breathe in. As you exhale, taking that leg right over to the left, and then the right arm goes out to the right. And we're looking down that right arm. Rest the left arm on the outside of the leg. We're not pressing it down, we're just letting the weight of the arm help us along. So breathing. And close the eyes, just breathe and just feel the release coming through the twist. So good here, and if it feels like you need it, you can always take the right hand to that right hip and just ease that out. Power of touch, Looking down the right arm. So the eyes are going to the right and the knee is going to the left. We're trying to get that right shoulder down and moving the right knee towards the ground here. Probably won't reach the ground, but that's the direction. Then use the inhale and use your arms to lift the knee to the center. It's a strong twist, so you want to be careful there. And just squeeze that knee in again. Place the sole of the foot on the ground, slide that away. Notice how it feels different. Now we've got the right leg stretched out, bring the left knee in, left hand around the front of the knee, right hand lower down, anywhere you like. And we're just going to rock this one. I'll give it a little rock. Rocking so good for the body because it's just, it's reassuring, comforting. And when we're comforted and reassured, then we can relax. And then we can be much more in communion with our body than in a little fight with it. We don't want to be in conflict with our body. It's enough conflict, right? Maybe roll it around, see what it wants to do, play around, whatever you think is your range of movement, breathing all the time and approaching this softly. Really slow, tiny movements can be a lot more effective sometimes than big, particularly big, fast movements. And also they encourage and train us to be a little bit more paying attention to the detail, a little bit more sensitive, sort of experiencing the more subtle. This is important. Now we're going to extend that left heel up to the ceiling, take hold behind the thigh. Unless that's too much, you can put the right foot on the ground and with the knee bent. So take your pick there, hands behind the thigh preferably. And if you want, you have the option of holding behind the calf, but it's up to you. And then just breathe, keep pushing with that left heel. It's all about the breath, connecting with that breath, particularly the out breath, really. And then bend the knee again. I'm going to come into that twist on this side. Right hand on the left knee. Breathe in, left hand out to the left. And breathing out, taking the knee right over the body, over to the right. looking down the left arm. So we're getting a lovely twist in the spine. Close the eyes. Enjoy the feeling of release. Again, you can always use that left hand just to bring a bit more ease into that left hip if you feel you want it. This right hand's just resting on the outside of the right thigh. Okay, left thigh, sorry. Breathe deeply, long and slow. Just feel the tension just leaving the body. And as tension leaves the body, energy can flow. You know, it's energizing. Breathing in and out, lifting that knee slowly, using the hands to lift the knee up. Place that left foot on the floor, slide the legs away, give yourself a full extension. Point the toes, breathing in, push the heels away, breathing out. Just pointing, inhale. So really giving the front of the body a good extension, easing out any last bits of tension that might be there. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. And then relax the legs, just rolling them side to side. Let the arms fall out to the side a little bit, or the elbows soften rather. Inhale through the nostrils, exhaling through the nostrils, bring the arms up over the head and alongside the body. So yeah, we're about here now, ready for our Nidra. So if there's anything you feel you need to do before you come into that, maybe you need another little kind of hug of both the knees. That's what I'm feeling. Have a little rock and roll. Whatever you want to do here, whatever feels good. Some of you might not be comfortable lying flat. If that's the case for you, just bend the knees, have the feet on the floor, let the knees fall together. It's more restful like that. You might find the feet will go away, will roll away. And if you're lying flat, put a cushion underneath your knees. Some of you may need a small cushion, not a big cushion. You don't want the neck to be out of line, but equally, if your chin rises high when you lie down, you can't get this position, then put something underneath your head so your spine or your neck is in line with your spine. Okay, so here we are. We're coming into the Yoga Nidra now. So all you have to do is lie down, comfortable. So make yourself really comfortable so that you aren't getting distracted by your body needing anything. Maybe you don't want the body to be cold, you don't want it to be uncomfortable. So use whatever cushions, whatever blankets, whatever socks, shawls. Turn the lights off or down low. Some people like to have a little kind of something covering their eyes. All of these things, all good things. Maybe even take a moment to light a candle. Just do what feels good to you, but definitely have the lights down if you can do that. And once you're there, you feel like you've made your little yoga nidra bed, not that we're going to sleep, then you can just close your eyes and keep the eyes closed. Very important, Sometimes we don't even notice that we're looking around, distracted. Close your eyes. Keep that focus inwards. And all you do is listen to my voice. And I will guide you through the whole practice, keep you safe and secure so you can let go. You can give yourself to the Yoga Nidra. It's a bit of yoga magic, I call it. And a few releasing breaths to begin. Breathing into the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Just let it go. Whatever is hanging around you that is causing any distress, any discomfort, any tension, worry, concern, just loosen the grip and just let it sit alongside. It's kind of too difficult to sort of try and forget it or push it away or let go of it completely a lot of the time. But just putting it to one side, knowing it's going to be hanging around later, gives us some perspective and a bit of space, which is what we are creating here in yoga. So breathing nice and easy in and out through the nostrils now, lying in Shavasana. Any last minute adjustments, making sure you're completely comfortable. We're going to practice Yoga Nidra. So say to yourself now, I'm going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will not sleep. Just make that commitment. So the practice of Yoga Nidra is the act of hearing and the act of feeling. And these are the only important factors. Hearing and feeling. So we're operating on the level of listening and awareness. So take a deep breath. And as you breathe in, feel calmness spreading throughout the body. And as you're breathing out, say to yourself mentally, relax, let go. Become aware of sound. Become aware of the sounds all around you, the sounds in the distance. The ability to appreciate sound on many different levels. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Let your field of listening expand. Move your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source of any sound. Gradually bring your attention to closer sounds, to sounds inside the building you're in, and then to sounds in the room you're in, then to sounds of your own body, your breath, your own heartbeat. Now develop your awareness of the room, the space you're in, without opening your eyes. Visualize the walls, the ceiling, the floor, your body lying on the floor. See your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your physical body lying on the floor. Total awareness of your body lying in perfect stillness. Your body is lying on the floor. Develop your awareness of all the physical meeting points between your body and the floor. Become aware of the natural breath. Become aware of the deep, natural, spontaneous breath. Don't concentrate on the breath too hard or try and change it or interfere with it. Just allowing the natural process of breathing. Whilst you listen to my voice, you know you are breathing. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. Say mentally to yourself, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will not sleep. This is the moment to make your resolve, your sankalpa. A simple resolve, phrase or sentence, something you want to encourage and develop in yourself. Please state your sankalpa clearly with feeling and awareness 3 times to yourself. Now the rotation of consciousness, moving your awareness through the different centers of the body. I will name different body parts in the specific order, and all you have to do is bring your awareness to each body part. So we begin with the right side of the body. Bring your attention to the right side, right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the left side of the body. Left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, left thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the back of the body. Right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttock, left buttock, the length of the spine, the whole of the back together. Bring your attention to the front of the body, the top of the head. Forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, the nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, navel, abdomen, lower abdomen, Bring your attention to the whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the head, together, legs, arms, back, front, head, together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together, the whole of the body together. Develop awareness of the whole body and become aware of the space occupied by the body. Become aware of the body and this space that is occupied by your body. Body and space. Become aware of the whole body and the floor. The whole body in relation to the floor. And at the same time, become aware of the meeting points of the body and the floor. These are very subtle physical points between body and floor. Feel the meeting points between the back of your head and the floor, shoulder blades and the floor, the elbows and the floor, the back of the hands and the floor, the buttocks and the floor, the calves and the floor, the heels and the floor. Awareness of all the meeting points between the body and the floor. The sensation of all points simultaneously, evenly. Carry on feeling these points clearly and distinctly. Now switch your attention to the eyelids. Feel the narrow line of meeting between the upper and lower eyelids. Feel the sharp points where they meet. Intensify your awareness between the eyelids. And then the lips. Center your attention on the line between the lips, the space between the lips. From the lips, we go to the breath. Draw your attention to the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. Feel the breath moving along the passage between the navel and the throat. On inhalation, it rises from the navel to the throat. On exhalation, it descends from the throat to the navel. Be completely aware of the respiration, navel to throat and throat to navel. No need to force the breath, just awareness. Maintain your awareness, and at the same time start counting your breaths backwards as follows. I am breathing in 21. I am breathing out 21. I am breathing in 20. I am breathing out 20. I am breathing in 19. I am breathing out 19. And so on from 21 to 1. Count to yourself mentally as you follow the rise and fall of your breath from navel to throat and back again. Total awareness of breathing and counting. The breathing is slow and relaxed. Now switch your attention and bring your awareness to the following sensations, recreating sensations in the body. Heaviness. Awaken the feeling of heaviness in the body, the feeling of heaviness and weight. Become aware of the weight in every single part of the body. You're feeling so heavy that you are sinking into the floor. Awareness of heaviness. Awareness of heaviness. Lightness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. Awaken the feeling of lightness. A sensation of lightness and weightlessness in all parts of the body. Your body feels so light that it seems to be floating away from the floor. So light it is. Awareness of lightness. Cold. The experience of cold. Awaken the experience of bitter cold in the body. Imagine you're walking bare feet on a cold floor in winter. Your feet feel very cold. You feel cold all over. Awareness of coldness. Awareness of coldness. Heat. Awaken the sensation of heat. Awaken the experience of heat. The whole body is hot. The whole body is hot. You feel hot all over. Recollect the feeling of heat in the hot summer when you're out in the sun with no shade. Heat all over the body. Heat all around the body. Awareness of heat. Pain. The experience of pain. Concentrate and try to remember the experience of pain. Any pain you've experienced in your life, mental or physical. Recollect the feeling of pain. Allow it. Investigate it. A feeling of pain. Pleasure. Recollect the feeling of pleasure. Any kind of pleasure, physical or mental. Recollect this feeling and relive it. Make it vivid, make it real. Allow it to expand throughout your body. Awaken the feeling of pleasure, a real feeling of pleasure. Check that you are awake. Notice if you are drowsy or sleepy. And say to yourself, I am awake, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Now withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyes. The space we call Chidakasha. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space. A space that extends as far as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware of any phenomena that manifests within it. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of your mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but don't become involved. Practice detached awareness only. Now with your inner vision and imagination, bring to mind the following imagery. Imagine yourself in a park in the early morning. The sun has not risen and the park is deserted, except for yourself. It is a beautiful park, calm and peaceful. Walk across the springy grass. Listen to the birds whistle and call. Listen to the birds welcoming in the new day. There are gardens of flowers, roses, yellow, pink, red, purple. Smell their fragrance and see the early morning dewdrops on their petals. Nearby the rose garden is a fish pond. Goldfish swim in and out amongst the water lilies. See their graceful movements. You walk between trees, beautiful trees, bare trees, and trees with leaves. Wide spreading trees and tall, stately trees. There is a clearing between the trees. In the clearing is a small temple with an aura of light around it. Go to the door. It is cool and dim inside. Inside on the walls, there are pictures of great saints. You sit down on the floor, close your eyes, and become still. A sense of deep peace and harmony envelops you as the sounds outside fade into the distance. Continue your awareness of meditation inside the temple. And stay there some time until peace and harmony pervade. I'll bring your awareness back to the dark space you see in front of your closed eyes. Watch the darkness that you see before you very carefully, with detachment, without becoming involved. Rest your mind in this warm and friendly darkness. If any subtle phenomena manifest, for example, colors, images, patterns, or symbols, simply take note of them and continue with your awareness. If thoughts occur, let them come and go. But continue watching the dark space. Continue this with detached awareness. Now in this warm and friendly darkness, bring to mind your sankalpa, your resolve, repeating the same resolve you made at the beginning of the practice, in the same words and with the same attitude. Repeat your sankalpa now 3 times, clearly, with feeling and emphasis. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savito Varenyam Bhargo Divasya Dimai Dio Yona Prashodaya. Become aware of your breathing, become aware of your natural breathing, awareness of breathing and awareness of relaxation. Develop awareness of your physical existence, your body lying stretched out on the floor. Become aware of the meeting points between your body and the floor. Develop awareness of the room, the walls, the ceiling, the floor. Noises in the room, the noises outside. Take your mind out. Allow it to become completely external. Lie quietly for a few moments and keep your eyes closed. Start moving your body gently, fingers, toes, hands, feet. Start stretching your body, taking your time. No hurry. And when you're sure you're wide awake, sit up slowly, open your eyes. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat. So taking your time to come back to seated. Taking your time and moving slowly. Slowly opening your eyes, flickering them awake, getting used to the outside again, coming out from the inside. Start moving, come to seated. Look outside, look around your space, rubbing the body, bringing your attention out to the outside edges. Appreciate this body. And then we'll just finish with the last little moment of connection, extending our practice out into the world, bringing heat and energy between the palms and then placing that over the heart center. And we bring into this space anybody who we feel we want to connect with, send love to, healing, whether they're living or not living. Bring them into our heart center, sending them love and healing, and feeling that connection coming back to us.
Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste.